Hi, Tom here. Welcome to today's video. Libra. This week feels like something evens out. And you'll notice that pretty quickly. Not because everything suddenly becomes perfect, but because something that felt off starts to feel more balanced. And for you, that changes everything. Because when things are out of balance, you feel it immediately. You notice when you're given more than you're receiving. When something isn't being returned the same way. When you're constantly adjusting just to keep things smooth. And that can get tiring. Even if you don't always show it. This week feels like something's shifting back into alignment. Not forced. Not negotiated. Just naturally starting to meet you where you are. And that's the opening. Because Libra doesn't struggle with connection. You struggle with connection that isn't equal. And this week feels like something's correcting that. What to look out for this week? Pay attention to where things feel mutual. And that's your signal. Where effort is returned. Where communication flows both ways. Where you don't feel like you're the only one holding something together. It might show up in conversation that finally feels honest. Or a situation where someone meets you with the same energy you've been giving them. Also, notice where things stop feeling forced. If something starts to feel easier between you and someone, that matters. That's not random. That's alignment. What to stay away from this week? Don't keep overcompensating. You don't need to carry both sides anymore. If something is meant to work, it'll meet you. Also, stay away from trying to fix something that clearly isn't balancing out. You'll feel the difference very clearly this week. Some things will just start aligning, and some just won't. And if something still feels one-sided, you don't need to keep adjusting yourself to make it work. And one more thing. Don't ignore your own needs just to keep things peaceful. Peace that costs you your own balance isn't real peace. What may be opening for you? This feels like alignment in relationships. For some of you, this is personal. A connection becomes more equal. Someone shows up more consistently. Or something that felt uncertain becomes very clear. For others, this could be work or agreements. Something becomes fair or more structured. more balanced in terms of effort and return. And that changes how you feel about it. Because when Libra is in a balanced situation, you don't feel drained. You feel supported. You feel like you can actually stay in it. There's also something here about recognition. Not in a loud way, but in a way where you feel seen for what you bring. And that matters more than you let on. Because when you feel understood, you stop second-guessing your place. This week isn't about chasing balance. It's about noticing where it already exists. A door opens, and it leads to something that doesn't require you to consistently adjust yourself just to keep working. It just works. And you need to trust that. Before you go, there's something important you should know. These horoscopes are based on Vedic astrology, also known as sidereal astrology. That means we're using the actual positions of the stars in the sky, not the tropical system used in most Western astrology. Because of that, your sun signs here may be different than what you're used to. And that's okay. In Vedic astrology, we don't start with the sun sign. We start with the moon sign, because the moon represents your mind, emotions, and how life is experienced day to day. First, always watch this for your Vedic moon sign. That's where this horoscope will feel the most accurate and personal. Next, I recommend watching for your rising sign, also called your ascendant or lagna. Your rising sign shows how these energies show up in your physical life, your body, your environment, and the situations unfolding around you. Then, you can also watch for your sun sign, which adds insight into your identity, confidence, and sense of purpose during this time. And if love, relationships, creativity, or money are major themes for you right now, I also recommend checking your Venus sign, called Shukra in Vedic astrology, for an extra layer of clarity. For weeks where things feel intense, faded, or life-shifting, it can also be helpful to look at your lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu. These show where growth is pulling you forward and where old patterns are asking to be released. To find your correct placements, make sure you're using a Vedic or sidereal natal chart, not a tropical one. Once you know your moon, rising, sun, and Venus signs, and optionally Rahu and Ketu, you'll get a much deeper and more complete understanding of what's unfolding. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It truly helps support this channel and allows these messages to reach the people who actually need them. And if you're enjoying these weekly Vedic horoscopes, consider subscribing so you don't miss future messages for your signs. You are not one sign. You are a system of energies, learning how to work together. Take care and be calm.